Welcome to Humpdays. Today we are talking about the self-destruction of Jennifer Lopez.
Oh my god, her life is in shambles.
But she did it herself. Like, it's just the what's it? Who's coming to roost?
The
Chickens
are coming to roost. Where does that even come from? It's such a random phrase. Yeah, but like everyone is so giddy about her downfall. I mean, it's so crazy. Like, I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like Super Bowl, you know, she was like headlining, co-headlining.
She had a problem with that.
Yeah, which we talked about. Co-heading the Super Bowl. She was, you know, doing I think she did just have like she had a Vegas residency.
She had a
right?
Vegas residency. That was like for a couple years. I think it ended in 2018 or 2019.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, now she's just having this downfall. Like, she came out with a documentary about a movie she's making that's going to have a soundtrack about her life. It's a sci-fi about her life.
And I think people probably didn't watch it. I think everybody just watched our channel and other channels covering it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I can even as someone who's covering it, I don't think I can even name one song off of the album other than the title track, This Is Me Now, and I can't recall the chorus, so...
It's true. None of her songs are on the radio. The number one hit right now is I'm Looking for a Guy in Finance, 6'5", Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes.
And everyone's remixing that. That's
which is well-deserved.
It is well-deserved. But that's the thing. That's how it is right now. So she canceled her world tour because she didn't... Because the real reason why is that no one's buying her tickets to her shows. And it's not... I think it's a mix of both. Like, people aren't interested in her, but also people can't make plans in advance anymore.
Yes.
Like, no one's going to make plans 3 or 4 months in advance. And if you have this arena tour, stadium actually. It was a stadium tour. It wasn't even an arena tour. She tried doing stadiums like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift is the only artist that can get people to commit like 3-4 months in advance.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, even with
Beyonce did it too. She pulled it off.
Beyonce, no, she canceled a lot of her tour dates as well because a lot of people couldn't do it. A lot of people just didn't want to commit.
But she still had more than J.Lo could ever dream of.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like I think it's still.
But
also,
if Beyonce
we have
has
a third
trouble,
guest today, so sorry if he's being crazy. We have a Velcro dog and he's delightful, but he's a little distracting. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, with Beyonce, like, she barely pulled it off, and she has more fans than J.Lo, and she has fans that actually buy her records and like know the songs and like has a bigger machine behind her.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really funny with J.Lo. She said her press release was for, what did she say here?
For her reasoning for canceling.
For the reasoning for canceling.
She decided to go with a blatant lie.
Yeah. She said...
very obvious lie.
Yeah, it's a very obvious one. I am completely heartsick and devastated about letting you down. Please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel that it was absolutely necessary. So she says... So her people said she's taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends.
When has this lady ever spent a second with her family?
If anything, Ben looks like he needs some space. like this tour could have saved your marriage.
He needs some time alone.
So like she releases that, and then the next PR stunt she does, it comes out from People magazine. And this is how you know it's a PR stunt, because there's cameras around, and she's going to Ben's kids' basketball game. So she's
a family woman now.
She's a family woman now.
She's so relatable.
All these cameras taking photos, and honestly, like, they tip them off. There's no way these photographers with giant cameras are hanging out at junior high basketball game. It's like they're gonna look like pedos if they do that. So it's just like they were obviously tipped.
1,000%.
Yeah, it's just like there's not like just random photographers hanging out at Ben Affleck's kids' basketball game. That's so weird. Like,
and the main rule is like don't go after the kids in paparazzi. Like that's the one boundary that everyone's okay. Even Hillary Duff freaked out at that boundary being crossed.
And rightfully so. It's like, hey, I'll let you take photos of me and just leave my kids alone. So it's just for them to be there for that game.
Oh my God, she totally called it. You're so right.
Yeah, exactly. For them to be there at the game, it's like she told them to be there because she still wants to be in the limelight.
Yeah.
She's so desperate to be in the limelight. Like, her ego is so large that, like, okay, you don't like my movie about me, my sci-fi movie about me.
Who wouldn't like a sci-fi movie about me?
The documentary I made about me calling celebrities, asking them to be on it.
Yeah.
That's also a soundtrack to the movie. It's just, how could this fail?
The documentary of the behind the scenes.
Just
me
begging.
desperately begging and calling every celebrity I know to be in this movie.
Yeah, well, her saying, like, wants to be around family and friends. Like, she has no friends. Like, she's burned every bridge. Like, the only people around her are yes men.
Yeah.
And like, I hope you guys are enjoying like a good view of
I know,
his
it's
butthole.
just like maybe not the butthole.
We're gonna get demonetized on YouTube for this video. It's just like there's too much balloon knot from the doodle.
Oh my god.
But it was like kind of like and then the whole People magazine said that like there came like Ben's mom was there, Jennifer Garner was there, and like they were wearing like Ben was wearing jeans paired with a maroon sweater, and it's just like, oh, like you just wrote this giant puff piece for these goofballs, like these people that you just can't relate to anymore. Because nowadays, like if you want to promote something, you do it online. Like if you didn't want paparazzi to be there, the best way to do that is just go on your phone and be like, oh hey guys, I'm just at Ben's game, and then just take a photo of what you're wearing.
Yes.
And those photographers, like those photos they take are worthless because you just put it up on your social media, so they can't make any money off of it.
Yeah, the paparazzi as a whole is sort of kind of a funny, irrelevant thing, and I think it's very well known that like any paparazzi is called and paid for and brought to you. Like it's not like the paparazzi catches the Kardashians in their latest Skims outfit. At the gas station. Like these people don't go to the gas station. Like, have you seen, I sent you that episode of the Kardashians going to the grocery store and they're like, look at us, we have to pay with a credit card. Don't forget the PIN. You know, don't forget to load your groceries. Oh my God, I can't wait to unload the groceries from these little bags and recycle them and all of that. Like a normie. So no, like they're not, you know, they're called. Like this is common knowledge for probably the last 10 years. Like since social media has been invented, it's just like, everyone has their own built-in tool to communicate in paparazzi, but I'm pretty sure paparazzi has been called since the beginning of time. But like, especially now, it's like basically irrelevant, right?
Yeah, like this isn't 2006 Britney anymore, where it's just like they're so desperate to get you. Like you're such a big star, they need to get photos of you because you're feeding all these families. It's like you tip them off.
It's getting published in a magazine that no one's purchasing, and then there's a digital magazine that everyone has free access to see. So like they're just, the value of these photos is nothing.
No, it's her PR team because they're stuck in that 2010, that 2016 to 2010, where it's just like we can get ahead of this. This is how we're gonna fix it. And it's like you can't. It's just like no one's buying tickets to your show because you can't garner authentic bluegrass publicity for it. So like with Taylor Swift, like people like read into her songs. Like rumors start through her fans. Where it's like, what was this song about? Oh, I think it's about this guy or this guy. It wasn't like Taylor releasing anything like that.
Yeah, it's not like she releases like a public statement about the drama.
Yeah, like someone's like, oh, people close to Taylor say. It's just like people close to Jen say she wants to spend time with her family. It's like no one's close to her. It's just like the stories are out. She is a horrible, horrible person.
The stories are out. Yeah, so she canceled her tour, which means that she recently has she's in the works of another Las Vegas residency for $90 million.
Oh, right. That was at the MGM.
Yes. MGM deal, $90 million. So $1 million per show, 90 shows. Like, come on. Awesome. But that now is kind of, I don't know. Like, is she gonna? That's kind of rocky now. Like,
well, it's like no one's gonna go to Vegas for Jennifer Lopez. It's just if you're in Vegas, you'll see her. But it's like, oh my God, Jen has a residency. Let's go. It's just like, okay,
right. They're not gonna plan a trip around.
Yeah, and she's not gonna be playing in the Sphere. So it's like she's gonna be at MGM in one of the casinos. Yeah. So it's not like she's gonna be there for that. It'd be cool in the Sphere though. Like I would go to see that if just the Sphere is just like her butt.
Her butt from the outside. Big booty, where you got a big booty. Oh my God, that'd be so funny. But I think that is a better deal though than a tour though. Like I think having her in Vegas makes sense because it's like if you're in Vegas and you're picking and you've already seen Adele, then you might head and see
exactly.
J.Lo.
She'd be a runner-up choice, and the tour of like having to pay for your stage being moved from place to place. Like you're not losing money. Like it's just okay. She's here for the residency. This is how much we can make by fluctuating ticket prices up and down. And I think the thing is like if we were there and it's just like tickets weren't that expensive because I don't think that they're gonna sell out that much. Right. Like I don't. Maybe bachelorette parties, not bachelor parties. Bachelorette parties, like, oh, let's go see J.Lo. But they wouldn't go specifically for J.Lo. They'd be like, okay, we're already here for this time. Oh, she's playing.
Yeah, who's playing? She's playing.
Adele's too expensive. Move. It isn't a terrible move. It's like,
she can go half of what Adele is. She could move some tickets.
I don't think it's worth $90 million. Like,
and I don't think she's going to. Her ego won't allow her to discount it half off. Although the tour, they did try to sell more tickets because she was like so sure that this, film and this new album would be such a hit that was what the tour was. This was Me Now. And then she'd rebranded it to be a biggest hits tour. And then that still didn't move. So I think like,
She's got like 8 hits.
yeah. So it's like she's scrambling. Her life is in a very different place than it was before. The relatability thing, I think, is what's like impacting her the most because she's clearly always like covering things up and trying to be perfect. Like she did a Hannah Berner. She got Hannah Berner to come out and interview her, like, which is, Hannah Berner is a comedian and she's super, like her whole brand is like super relatable, super aggressively straightforward. And she's like trying to help her out and she just won't budge from this, like, I'm perfect, like fake persona. Yeah. She was like, one of the questions was like, oh, like, hey, what's your like first thing you do in the morning? And don't lie to us, like be real here. And she was like, I get up and I stretch and I meditate and I say, today I am grateful to be here. And I stretch and I just do give myself a hug. It was something like that. And Jesus. It's like, she literally was trying to help you.
Yeah,
that's not what
just
you do.
Just a little bit relatable.
Like, just be like, oh, I get up and I go, oh, crap, I didn't get any sleep. Like, it's just, like, so easy.
I get up, I start the coffee, I have a sip of the coffee, and I take a massive shit.
Yes. Well, that's the answer. That's the right answer. But anything even remotely related, she just can't turn off this, like, I'm perfect, and none of us are falling for it. Like, the people who are rocking it right now and killing it are, like I think of Julia Fox. And, like, shout out to Julia Fox. You're killing it. Like, she's so vulnerable, like so real, and then also like she's still like has the she's like a new diva, like the new modern diva where it's like she has all the connections, she's like living her best life, but she's like openly honest about, like, she's self-aware. She has self-awareness and she knows she's delusional.
Like she shows her flaws.
Like the other day she posted about how she was celebrating her like 2.5 years of like not having any boyfriend or having sex. I don't know if we're allowed to say sex. We'll bleep it out. But having intimate relations, she was like very, that's kind of like fun to be like, hey guys, like I'm just same as all of you, where it's just like, it's not happening for me right now. But then at the same time, she's like on the top of the world doing all, like releasing her latest hit, which she didn't come out and she wasn't like, oh my God, I'm the best singer ever. And I like beyond, like J.Lo is going, I'm such a good singer. I'm the top singer. I'm an amazing dancer. Like, there's no self-awareness at all.
Yeah.
And then Julia Fox is like, I know I'm not like an incredible singer. I use auto-tune, but I am connecting with Charlie XCX on this and like making an awesome hit single. And yeah, she's just sort of like speaking in the song and it's like an epic hit,
Yeah, that's true. I think J.Lo just might be stuck in the time that she got famous.
Yes.
So she's stuck in that world where she thinks it still exists. Mm-hmm. Where it's just like you can get ahead of everything. You can still be terrible. You don't know how to network. She never learned how to network properly once she got famous. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't help anybody out. She always has to be the star. Like poor Ben, like those videos we've shown of like him having to open up the door for her. And she's kind of showing her age because she is like in her mid 50s now. Mm-hmm. So like not physically, she's not physically showing her age.
She's frozen physically.
Yeah, physically she looks beautiful.
She's frozen in time. She's back with her old boyfriend. You're right. She's stuck in.
There's
the
an old Italian saying that says it's not good to heat up cold soup or something.
Elaborate on this.
Well, it means like don't go back to your ex. I think that's
right.
how it went. Yeah.
Don't go back to your ex. Okay, yeah. It's always a mistake.
So it's like it's not a good idea to heat up old soup. So but I think she's just has her hooks in him because if she loses him, she's literally alone. So she thinks like because there is such thing as a power couple. Like even if they are like terrible for each other's careers, they are very good for keeping each other in the limelight. Because it's just like it's not sad, it's annoying. So like if they lost each other, then we'd feel sad for them. Like Ben Affleck's just melting down at the Brady roast. It's like because you have J.Lo and you're in a relationship, it's just like I can make fun of it. But like if he's just by himself, it's just like, oh, those addictions took a hold of you back. Yeah, right. It's like, oh, you're all alone, just old man yelling at the wind. And same with J.Lo. If her and Ben break up, it's just like you spent the last 25 years treating people terribly. And it's just like, how do you rebound from that? Like, you'll probably pull a Madonna and start dating a 28-year-old man just to look like you have arm candy and like you still got it type of thing. So I don't think like once they break up, it's like they're gonna find the one.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of stuck with each other.
Right. Going back and forth.
I think like this is it. Like that they're stuck with each other.
This is them now.
This is them now. That's exactly it. That's a documentary I want to see. I want to see them behind the scenes where it's just like.
Well, they are a little.
What?
They're a little in that one.
Yeah,
Sorry,
a little, but you don't really
see?
get to see behind the scenes of him just like, because even like that People magazine, like they show the best photo they got of her kissing him on the cheek, and his lips, like it looked like his lips couldn't get further away from her face. Like it was just like fast enough. Like his lips couldn't get further from her face further away from her face fast enough. Like it was just like, oh.
Like we all know a couple like this, and it's just so clear.
Yeah.
So do you think
This is a couple that would stay together for the kids, but in this case, the kids are fame. Like that's their kid. It's just it's like people stay together for the kids, but it's like they're staying together for
The
attention,
limelight.
the limelight. There's their egos.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was talking to you about this the other day. Do you think that this relationship could be all fake to get both of them back in the limelight? Like, could she have thought this would be a great time? People are speculating that their divorce and their kind of like relationships on the rocks rumors are to cover up for the low ticket sales and everything. But I'm wondering if maybe the whole relationship was, I mean, it's gone wrong now.
Yeah.
But the whole idea was to, bring us back to that old J.Lo and like bring them back, like mutually back into the limelight and make everyone feel like excited about this old love reunited. And it just like didn't work and it's all fake. Like, could it all have been fake?
That's kind of funny because it could all be fake. But the funny thing is, like, it's not like it was like Brad and Jennifer. It was like people didn't like them to start with. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I wish they get back together.
It's like it was just stolen from.
It's like you guys made a terrible movie together called Jiggly, like or Geely. It was just like you were insufferable as a couple. Like you just.
But everyone likes an underdog.
Yeah, it's true. It's like if they got back together,
and it worked.
Nostalgia. People like nostalgia. So it's like what you hated back then is just like you love now. It's just.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I remember how corny I thought that was, but now it's kind of cool. It's just like Nickelback, where it's just like, I used to hate Nickelback, but I'm like, you know what? They have all these hits. Like, they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'd go to their concert.
Yeah.
But at the time, it's like, oh, just I gotta hear the song again.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how they were, like Ben and Jennifer. But like if it was staged the second time, it'd be really bad because that involves his kids, his ex-wife, his mom. Like they all have to do these photo ops for what? Your career? Because you can't play Batman anymore, or like you can't play a superhero
and like,
anymore.
what crew do they need to? Like, let's be real. Like, there's kind of this whole, there's this whole kind of revolt against celebrities in general. Like, there's that mass unfollowing, Hailey Bailey and her Let Them Eat Cakes, controversy. I don't know if you know about that.
Oh, what's that one?
Hailey Bailey is like a super influencer basically, and she got invited to the Met Gala, and she dressed kind of like in a Marie Antoinette type of gown, and then she did a sound, like used a popular sound that says like, "Let them eat cake." Here, take the bomb. Let Them Eat Cake from the Marie Antoinette movie. Yeah. Awesome movie, by the way.
Great
Sofia
soundtrack.
Coppola, amazing. But yeah, she did that, posted that, and everyone was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's true. Everyone was she got kind of the brunt of it, but really the whole thing was about all of these celebrities paying $75,000 for a ticket, and everybody's like failing to put bread on the table right now. So it felt very Hunger Games-esque, and like they were in the Capitol and we're not. So like this kind of resistance to it started this whole like mass unfollowing movement, and everybody that a lot of Gen Z is just like completely against celebrity culture in general. It's sort of falling out of popularity. And our video about J.Lo initially, the Death of the Diva persona, kind of follows suit with that. It's really like, it's very important to be relatable now and to understand the realities of everyone's situations, and she's just so far removed from that it's just not It's not working. And she just can't even eat. She can't even be helped with someone like Hannah Berner
Yeah.
coming in and helping, right? And being like, just tell us that you don't brush your teeth in the morning.
Oh yeah, sometimes.
Or that you have stinky breath.
Yeah.
Like the Mean Girls scene when they're picking apart their body and she's like, sometimes my breath smells in the morning. Ew, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like just something, you know?
Yeah.
It's just not, it's really not working out for her, this persona.
Yeah, because it was like I have to meditate because I have this like Puerto Rican temper. Like, you know what I mean? Like that'd be
That'd
funny.
be funny. Yeah.
It's just like that's what she should have said.
She needs your help.
It's just like just say that. You know, I got this Puerto Rican temper. It's like ask Ben about it.
And just be like, oh my God, I have low ticket sales. You guys didn't love this movie. What, let's do a greatest hit. Let's just be open about each movie.
Yeah,
Be
it's
like,
a
you know
whole
what?
crap.
I know what you guys want. You want a greatest hit tour. I'm really proud of this album. It's crazy that I spent $20 million of my own money into this. Like, she could have just kept the $20 million. She could have just kept it. She must be kicking herself about that.
Well, there's probably other investors. She put $20 million of her own money, but she had other investors in there
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
that's what I was gonna say though, is that they both don't even need the money or the fame. So like, why are they even?
They want the fame. That they're hungry for the fame. They're just hungry for it.
When
they
you
want to be in
have
the
all
limelight.
this money, there's just a problem.
It's like they don't want to be. They don't want to be. What's it called? Like
irrelevant.
What's it, the actor
Has
that?
been?
No. Look, what's an actor that's always in everything? What's it called? The type of actor that's always in everything, but like you don't really know their name.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna kill me. I'll put it up on the screen because I'll remember it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Stop filming.
Yeah.
But they don't want to be
One of those.
They don't want to be like they don't want to act for the sake of acting. They don't want to. She doesn't want to perform for the sake she loves performing.
She wants to be stopped in the street getting groceries.
Yeah, she wants to be like the star. She wants
Mm-hmm.
her face on billboards. Like, you know what I mean? I want to be the top grossing. Same with Ben Affleck. He wants to be Batman again.
Yeah.
He's so pissed off that he can't be Batman again. But it's just like you were already the Flash. You sucked at. No, was it the Flash? No, he was already Daredevil. You're already Daredevil. You sucked at it. You're already Batman. You bombed at that. That bombed. So what, do you want a third try? Like, what other superhero do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be, Ben? That's all we're making right now. That's all we're making right now, superhero movies. So you already bombed at 2 of them. You can't be Daredevil or Batman anymore.
He could be.
Who
He
else?
could Ant-Man.
You Ant-Man?
He could do that.
Ant-Man, yeah.
I mean, that one flopped, so it's just.
Well, the third one
it's
did,
only
but-
up from there.
Yeah, but it's just like, what do you want? Like, who are you going to be now? What do you
Yeah.
Go to Star Wars. He's going to try and get a Star Wars. That's what he's going to do. He's going to try to go to Star Wars.
Yeah.
And he's going to bomb it like being a Jedi.
And he was kind of a child prodigy, right?
No, I don't
No,
think
not
so.
really. He's like a teen.
No,
Teen star?
I think him and Ben were friends with Kevin Smith, and then they wrote their own.
Yeah,
they
they wrote their own movie and did well with that, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that
Good Will
their-
Hunting.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, they moved to LA and did their LA thing, and like I went off a rant before about how they think they're Boston guys, but they're not Boston guys. It's just like how
No.
J.Lo's not from the Bronx. This is
Yeah.
like you're the Hollywood elite. Like
Mm-hmm.
you are. The whole reason why people don't like that Met Gala dinner anymore is because you're not people we look up to. It's not something we aspire anymore. Like we don't see you on a movie like, oh wow, I want to be a movie star.
Yeah, I want to be a fake sack of.
Yeah,
poop.
it's just, but that's like, oh, I want to be like a $30 million movie star. It's like, no, like we're on our phones right now. We see a reel. It's like, oh, I could do that. That looks like fun. Or like, that's a nice outfit. I was like, oh, I really like this person's style. How are they making these reels? Oh, that's funny. I can do that. So it's like all our inspiration comes from our phones, from reels, from TikToks. So it's just like stuff that we want to do.
Yeah,
Even
100%.
even stand up right now, it's like no one watches like a 40-minute special or an hour special. We'll watch like a 1 or 2 minute clip, and then we'll go into that person's profile, watch a 1 or 2 minute clip.
Yeah.
And that's what we get our inspiration from. Oh, I can do that. I can do this 1 minute, 2 minute thing. So our whole lives are in 1 or 2 minute intervals now.
That's true.
So it's just like for them to go out there and like, I swear to God, I was in my 20s for like at least 10 years roughly.
Me too.
But it's just like now more than ever. Like when I was in my 20s, nobody complained about the price of eggs or
No.
gas or groceries.
Yeah.
And it's just like we were on the cusp of social media, but like even talking to people, it's like, holy crap, you see how expensive this stuff is?
Yeah.
It's like what, $5 for 2 apples? Like things are expensive, and these people, $75,000 a plate. Like, oh, look at me, I'm so rich and important. It's just like, no, it's just like you're unrelatable now.
While the world burns.
Well, the world burns. It's just
It's
like
just so obvious, and the disparity between the two is just like so clearer than ever.
like not one of you have ever taken a commercial flight in your lives, so like go screw yourself. Like
Yeah.
it's just like
And Kim's like, look how skinny my waist is by choice. All of you are starving, but I'm starving by choice.
starving
Like it's just yeah, it's true. And I think Tim Dillon brought this up recently, but like the fame is not value to fame anymore. Like fame itself, it's like we're all a little famous. Like we've had a reel reach 10 million people.
Yeah, 10 million people.
That would have been 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That would have been like life changing to go that viral.
That's
right?
true. More
like
people,
we would have been on Ellen.
That's
right?
true.
And now
more
it's
people,
like,
that is such a good point. More people have seen that reel that we did than the latest Doctor Who episode.
Yeah. And what did we get? 300 followers from it or something?
Oh, we got
a few followers from it. But I just mean like it doesn't carry the same weight as it once did. Like everyone is famous in a way. We're all famous with our little platform. So it's like beyond just like seeking fame, you have to like give something. You have to give some value, and like and aspiration is one of the main ways of giving value, of showing, hey, leading by example and showing a life that people want. But like we can see through like for example, somebody who Ben Affleck, like I don't know if they're in the same age group. I can't really recall if maybe, I don't know, but Seth Rogen comes to mind, or someone like Adam Sandler, who have like just continued to use their money to have a fun, interesting life. Like Adam Sandler just funds these cool movies in cool locations, hires all of his friends, and they literally just like, it's an excuse to have your friends in Hawaii for a year. Yeah. Right? Working with you and hanging out with you, which is like gonna translate into people seeing you as like a cool person and wanting to support your movie. And even if it doesn't top the charts of like the best movie of all time, he'll never win an Oscar. No. Like he'll never be like the top film director, but every fan of his is like, you know what? I want a life like that. Exactly. Or like even Seth Rogen. He doesn't, you know, he has his wife, and he just has this cool pottery studio, and he gets high all day, and like he's just like, yeah, like I'm proud of my accomplishments, and I'm gonna keep making fun movies with my friends and that kind of thing. Like there's so much like nobody wanted to be in J.Lo's movie because she's not fun to be around, and you know, and it could have been such a cool opportunity if she made it about anything other than herself.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like all these celebrities are doing that. Like even The Rock. The Rock is so corny now, and he is on that same level of like an egomaniac like J.Lo.
He'll be our next episode.
The Rock, yeah. Maybe I'll say
we'll have to leave it here and make sure. But it was so nice checking in with you guys. We are monetized, and honestly, it's just so exciting. Like I'm so thankful for all of the positive comments and the negative. Like I'm aware I have cellulite, guys. Like cellulite's hot, whatever. And get over it.
Thanks
for the
calling her trans and saying I have a receding hairline.
We appreciate it. But we actually genuinely are so excited about this working out for us, and like this is what we want to do, and we want to keep like hanging out with you guys and just like laughing off all this craziness together.
And you guys can do it too. If you guys ever want to know how to do it, just message us and we'll let you know what we got going on here for our set or anything like that. Yeah, we worked hard to like learn all this stuff, thinking we just have to be stand-up comics, but no, we have to be like producers and build this whole set. It's been quite a journey. So but we're so grateful for hitting that monetization mark, and continue to subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.